Pack, we listened, so here it is, our most viral video of 2024, pricing on this 30 by 40 custom red iron welded building. So let's get it. Welcome back, Pack. It's Eric and Adbeel from WolfSteel Buildings, bringing you what I think or I know is the most requested pricing video on our channel. The building currently has about 190,000 views. That's 190,000 and over 100 comments. So for today's video, Adbeel and I will break down the price. But first, give us a quick recap on the building, Adbeel.
Yeah, Eric, thank you for the introduction. I'm just kidding.
It used to be the other way around, right?
Yeah, it used to be the other way around, and now it's the other way around. So, but you're doing an amazing job, Eric.
Thank you.
To recap, this building is a 30 wide, 40 foot long. It's got an extended gable. It's got a lean-to. It's got a balcony all around the whole lean-to and extended gable. A mezzanine, stairs, railings. It's got all the bells and whistles, stone wainscoting. If you haven't watched this video, you need to go check it out. It's as Eric's saying, it's actually one of our most popular videos, the most comments, and actually we're getting a lot of requests for mezzanines, balconies, and so that is something to, if you want to understand a little bit more on the pricing, this is the video for you. So stick around on that.
Awesome, awesome. But before we move along with the video, another important note, let's not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's hit that notification bell to stay updated on everything WolfSteel Buildings.
Also, don't forget to check our Instagram and our Facebook. If you haven't followed us there, you should, because we actually have different content, a little bit more of the day-to-day action. Like today it snowed, we had some clients send us pictures. John, thank you for sending us a picture of your building with snow on it today over in I think it's more on the Houston area, and they got snow.
It did get snow out there.
Yep, so towards that area.
And we're also on TikTok, right?
Oh, we're on TikTok. And it's still, you know, follow us now before it gets banned. So don't forget to do that.
Awesome, awesome. All right, let's get the tour started. All right, Pack, what you guys been waiting for very patiently after 100 comments. So here it is. Here's the total project cost of our most popular video on our YouTube channel. We're looking at a total project cost of $163,285 with 86 cents. Again, $163,285 with 86 cents. Now, what are you getting for that price? Well, let me tell you guys. You're getting an engineered mezzanine. You're getting the building, the wraparound balcony, the wainscot, the stonework, the custom overhead doors, the walk-in door, the windows, 8 to be exact, the 1-inch close spray foam roof and walls, equipment, delivery, materials, and most important, the sales tax.
Yes, sir, that is correct. So that also, as you mentioned, this is a engineered mezzanine. All mezzanines with WolfSteel have to be engineered. Just in case, you know, because a lot of times you say, yeah, it's just for storage, but next thing you know, you got your your mother-in-law, and no, I'm just kidding.
Or your 40-year-old son comes back home.
Yeah, so basically that can happen. So that's the reason why we for peace of mind, we require mezzanines to be engineered.
But the most important here to your message, Adbeel, is when you're getting a building, is that, I think you said this before, try to plan for the future. Like if you're getting a building that's just, 40 by 40, and just think about what your future plans might hold. You might never know if something might happen financially or something with a relative, and you try to finish out the building, try to have enough space. for a living space or anything like that, right?
That's correct. So we've actually had clients that have asked us after we built the building, hey, I want to do, I was thinking of doing a loft, or a loft, basically like a mezzanine. And now they're looking at their height and they're sitting at 14 foot tall. Well, the clearance that you kind of want for under a, at least the bottom of a mezzanine is about 8 foot. But then your floor joist is going to be like an extra foot. So now you're at 9, and then at 14, you have to plan for that. And so always think that there's a possibility and that you could do something. And if you want to make that expense or investment, it's good to plan for that.
Yeah. Awesome. You couldn't have said it any better, Adbeel. Thank you for saying all of that, Adbeel. Great, valuable information. Again, friendly reminder to all of our viewers, new viewers as well. Our pricing is only valid 5 days after post date. All right, Pac, let's start breaking it down. We'll first start with the base price, and then we'll start adding accessories. Again, a lot of people don't agree with this metaphor, but I always say is your base price is like you're creating a pizza of your own, right? You start with the base of plain cheese, and then you start adding all these toppings, accessories, and then you get your premium supreme pizza, all right? So for the building alone, which is the 30 by 40, correct, Adbeel? We're looking at a base price of $34,932 with 86 cents. Again, that's 1,200 square footage, 30 by 40, main section of the building alone.
Awesome, and that includes your double pane insulated windows, the two 36 by 84 steel walk-in doors, and again, those are set up along the building, top and bottom, to give great lighting.
But something to note here that I very like is that when I went out there, I turned off all the lights to see all the natural lighting in Adbeel. It's stupendous. It's amazing.
Yeah, so whenever you're choosing your windows, it's actually really important to first know, the orientation you're going to be setting your building, because the sun rises from east to west, correct, east to west. But based on your location, your orientation, pick the right one where you can get most of the natural lighting. And also having them on the higher side. Like I think in this building, we do have a lot of windows on the higher side. You get a lot more natural lighting. So
yes.
that's something to keep in mind.
I believe 7 on the windows are on the top side, and
That's
then
correct.
one of them is just besides that overhead door on the rear hand side. But again,
that is true. I remember that exactly. Correct.
But again, great natural lighting to add to your building if you're looking to save on costs, right, on the electric bill.
On your electric bill, for sure.
All right, Pac, on the next segment, we're going to talk about the accessories on the building. We just gave you the building alone cost. Let's talk about the accessories. The main, there's a lot of elephants in the room for this building, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There is a lot. I mean, basically this building has everything, so let's break those apart.
So we're going to break down the price on the mezzanine, the wraparound balcony, and the extended gable end, along with the custom railway, how do you say this, railway system or guardrail?
Basically the same.
Okay.
Guardrails.
We're gonna break, that will be included in the price.
Yeah, so let's talk about those additional add-ons. So we got an extended gable. So the 30 by 40 is your main structure, and then we got 18 foot to the eaves. And then towards the back or the rear part of the building, you basically have an extended gable of 30 wide, 8 foot long. And it just continues the same roof line of the main structure. And then to the right hand side, you have a lean-to, and that lean-to is 8 foot wide, and then it runs the full length of 48 long, which is the combination or the combined length of the main structure with the extended gable. And so that is all covered porch. In other words, a porch like a wraparound porch, all the way around at 18 foot tall approximately for the main structure, and then the lean-to I think comes down to like 16. So now here's the cool part. There's a wraparound balcony on all that lean-to and extended gable. It's a wraparound balcony where our client basically hangs out and has a view from a second floor. And then in order to really enter there, now let's go to the inside of the structure. That's where we have a mezzanine, which is basically a balcony, but it's a mezzanine. It's a second floor inside the structure, and that is 30 wide, 15 foot long, and it comes with the stairs that we did.
And it also has a guardrail system on the mezzanine as well.
That's correct. The guardrail system on the whole balcony as well.
Again, that's 30 by 15, roughly about 450 square footage.
Yeah, that's about roughly 450 square footage of the mezzanine, and then the balcony is about 624 square footage. So overall, just on second floor floor space, the client added on about 1,074 square footage of second floor space. On the bottom floor space, you're looking at 1,200 square feet for the main structure, and then the lean-to and the extended gable. That ground floor space is about 620 some. And so overall, you're looking at 1,800. So overall, you combine that, you're looking at about 2,800 square feet,
yes.
all to
yourself.
Space. Yeah, all to yourself.
Something that I would like to add on about the wraparound balcony is those cool floorboards, man. Those are really cool. We tried our best to color match to the combination of the building, which is that light stone and that cocoa brown.
Yeah, so it was composite decking that we installed there, and that is really made for exterior,
use,
wear and tear. Yeah, and it's color brown, which really matched a lot with the cocoa brown. And then all the guardrails, all that welding, as you said, fabricated on site, painted. It looks awesome.
It looks awesome.
For the mezzanine though, we actually have just always your plywood, because the client's you can install like your own flooring or whatever you want to do afterwards. Also, we have a custom staircase.
We do. It's about roughly your standard width size, about 3 feet, and it extends about 13 foot long in length. This was a custom job as well, fabrication on site. It does come with those cool wooden solid blocks. The steps. I really like the staircase. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was a little bit of an extra detail that just stood out from a lot of steel. Now you have like just that, and also painted. And
recently, I just went back there. I was in town. I stopped by and did get some cool shots. So the building that you guys saw on tour wasn't finished out as it is right now. It didn't have the spray foam, that 1-inch spray foam, but now it does. So here are some cool shots of the inside of the building. Again, our client did apply epoxy flooring, and he already ran his electrical and added some cool UFO LED lights, which is very cool. Hope you're enjoying all these shots.
And the price for the extended gable, the mezzanine, the wraparound lean-to, and the custom rail system, and the custom staircase, we're looking at $88,950. Again, that's for about 1,074 square foot of just creating a whole floor joist system and custom work there.
All right, Pac, now let's start adding more accessories to this building. Next on the list, we'll be talking about the overhead doors. And honestly, I guess I say this all the time, they're my favorite doors, but these are one of my favorite doors. It's they have the cascade window design. They have the cool brown color, the weather stripping. It is amazing, and we can't forget about those tracks. We have a vertical track on the bigger door and a low profile track under the mezzanine. Take it away, Adbeel.
Yeah, so the 16 by 8, again, it has the high tracks, so it's an extra cost. The low profile tracks, it's not that much. It's basically almost a standard track system. And so we needed, just a normal standard to fit under the mezzanine. So the price for both of these beautiful brown doors, we're looking at labor installation and equipment is $9,349. Now, you might wonder, why is there equipment for overhead doors like that? Well, if they're going really tall and on high tracks, then we do need equipment, usually scissor lifts, to be able to set those type of doors up.
Yeah, on screen, I will be showing a rendering of what the outcome would have been if we would have left it with the standard track. And then we'll compare both on screen. First, we'll show the vertical track, up and down motion. And then this is what the standard track will look like. But here at WolfSteel Buildings, that wouldn't happen thanks to our planning and design team. And that's why we always plan here at the office. That way we can execute on the field.
Thanks, Eric, for that valuable insight. I think our pizza is almost done.
Almost. I smell
hungry.
it.
Another thing we have here on the inside is the 1-inch spray foam on the 30 by 40 main structure. So the price, I think when we did the tour, the spray foam was going to be done in like the next days. And so we do not have that on the tour, but this adds an additional $9,749. We do have a lot of projects with spray foams. If you want to check out the work we do, I'm actually really proud of the work we do with spray foam.
Another accessory to this project is the outside work or the exterior work done to the building, which is that beautiful wainscot stonework on 3 sides of the building, on the front side, just under the balcony, and on the rear hand side. And this was due to the HOA requirements on our client's location. You have to have stonework matching your existing home. That wasn't necessary to have stonework due to HOA requirements, but the total cost for the stonework, the wainscot, that brick ledge, we're looking at a price of $12,583 with 0 cents.
Now here's the something to keep in mind that we've been having is if you're going to be doing your own brick, a lot of times, well, first of all, check with your HOA and permit restrictions, because you might want to build a metal building, but they might require, you know, stonework, and so you can see that there is an additional expense to keep in mind. But not only that, the wainscoting that needs to be done is not necessarily wainscoting where you got to have 2 colors, but it's basically a trim system, and it's the same process as doing a wainscoting. There's additional labor, there's additional trim, and that trim, we call it the brick cap. So it's just a little bit longer, typically about 5.5 inches to 6 inches, that it sticks out enough for you to set your brick. Depending if it's, you know, the normal masonry brick, or you're doing stone, or you're doing just a veneer, then it will vary there. But the price is basically that additional of doing the wainscoting work, which is basically the same thing. So
yeah,
again, keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind, Pack. Again, that's $12,583 with 0 cents.
Another accessory that we need to mention is the gutter system. So our gutter system for red iron basically matches the panel colors to the point. Why? Because those gutters are basically made from the same sheet metal that is 26 gauge PBR panel. So that's the reason why they match very well. So we do have that light stone on the walls, but the cocoa brown on the trim with the cocoa brown for the gutters. So the price for the gutter system is $1,822.
Awesome. Another, I wouldn't say this would be an accessory, but it's something to keep in mind in our red iron projects, Adbeel, is that they do take a little bit more time to build, to construct. So what happens? Nature calls. So typically on our red iron buildings, you will see a porta potty on site away from the building. And also to keep in mind on our red iron projects is the equipment charge. Now that includes sky tracks or scissor lifts. Correct, Adbeel?
Yeah, so the porta potty, I mean, we don't want to, I mean, if we're out there, you know, like this project, like a 3-week to 4-week project, so a month. You know, we don't want our guys going out to, you know, the backyard or knocking in your door and trying to access. We get them a porta potty. That way they can, you know, have a good experience at your property. And then as far as equipment, something to keep in mind with our red iron projects, all of them, all our weld ups, all our red iron bolt ups, the beams are heavy. They, you know, and you cannot install those manually like a tubular building. That's why the tubular building, if you haven't checked it out, check out the 5 factors of you know, that affect the pricing of tubular buildings. Extremely popular video, and it's very insightful. But basically, if you have a building under 30 wide, it's basically installed manually. You don't need equipment. We arrive 2-3 days and we're out, especially for a 30 by 40. Now for a red iron, it don't matter the size. you're gonna have equipment. You're gonna have equipment on the site, so keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind when we're using equipment is that sometimes we do need space around the property to be able to maneuver around. So a lot of times if there's restrictions in the property, sometimes we're gonna charge a little bit more for just working, getting creative, and just taking a little bit more time to be able to work around, limited space. The limited space.
But yeah, great insight, Adbeel, on the equipment and the porta potty charge. But do you smell that, Adbeel?
I smell pizza.
You smell pizza? Pizza's ready for pickup. Again, thank you for watching this video. We're gonna give you guys a quick recap on the whole total project cost. Again, that's $163,285 with 86 cents. The price includes everything from materials, delivery, labor, custom features like the mezzanine, the wraparound balcony, the overhead doors, the window, and even that stunning two-tone stone wainscot. Yeah, that's a tongue twister right there. Now, Pac, a building like this, due to the height and weight of the building, you will need to have an engineered foundation. This does mean we need to go out of your site and know the location to give you accurate pricing. Again, the site visits are very important. Make sure to ask our sales teams on how we can get this to you.
Alrighty, Pac, we hope this video answered your questions on pricing on a mezzanine balcony, especially for this gorgeous project. Again, if you haven't watched that tour, you gotta check it out. There's a reason why it's the most popular video that we have on our channel. Probably not the most popular, but it is one of the most viral ones with a lot of comments. People loved it. We visited sites and visited some clients. Hey, I saw that building. It's so beautiful. It is really pretty. Now, this project was sold by Henny's and the Alpha Wolves with Joseph. So if you are looking to get a metal building, you can give them a call. You can ask for them and get that ball rolling.
Awesome, awesome. Again, Pac, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell to stay updated on everything WolfSteel Buildings. And leave some comments. We love interacting with everyone. Again, Eric and Adbeel from WolfSteel Buildings signing out. We'll catch you guys on the next one.